rolling. Okay. I filmed a video last week and I was trying to upload it and it never uploaded, so I deleted it and I was like, I'm kind of glad that it didn't upload in retrospect because it was so all over the place and I was literally hyperfixating on the same thing the whole video. Anyways, before we get into what I wanted to talk about today, because I just finished one of your guys' readings and you know who you are, but I just wanted to say thank you so much for those of you that have been ordering readings and supporting me and whatnot. I don't know, it's just always a delight. But I bought two things this past week. One of the things I bought yesterday, and they're beauty products. But okay, so the first thing that I got was this. This is the Glow Recipe Plump Hyaluronic Cream Dewy Moisture. It's basically a moisturizer. The reason I got this is because the moisturizer that I do use, I ordered it because I just ran out on Friday, I think, and it's not coming in until Tuesday, but I can't live without moisturizer, so I thought I'd get a little small one and also just try Glow Recipe out. So far I like it, but I will say that the consistency it's nice. It's a little bit thinner than my moisturizer that I use though, and I had to use quite a bit to, replace the amount of moisture that my usual cream gives me. But I like it. I really like the texture and I really do feel like it hydrated my skin, and I found out you can use retinol and hyaluronic, so I'm here for it. But one thing I will say is that this is the mini, but I'm a little bit bamboozled by the amount that you get. Do you see that big gap right there? It came like that, it was like a little, I don't know. I was a little bit shook. This was $21. It's a little expensive Glow Recipe for how much I got, so I'm assuming a bulk of the price was the packaging. This is glass. This is nice. Love that. Yeah, I like it. I get the hype. And then the next thing I got was, oh, why is it dirty? Is this. This is a lip gloss basically, and it's the Too Faced Lip Injection Ultimate Lip Plumper. And my friends on my birthday had me try this in Sephora and I loved it. Okay, first of all, this packaging is so fabulous. It's so cute. And it basically swells up your lips or makes them look bigger. I didn't really care for that aspect that much because I feel like I already have pretty proportionate lips. I don't know. It's only because my cheeks are really chubby. I know you can't tell, and yeah, I really like it. After my chapstick kind of soaks in a little bit, I'll put this on and it makes my lips look so juicy and I love it. But this was expensive. This was like 20 something dollars. It was basically $30, I think. I think it was $26. So quite expensive, if I must say. Makeup and beauty products, anything alike, is just very expensive, which is very frustrating because it's hard to try things, That's why I was a little bit hesitant to try Glow Recipe because it is very expensive, especially like the toner. I feel like when I get into a more ideal situation where I'm making more money for myself, I will probably buy Glow Recipe and have it as kind of like a bougie skincare day, like I have my standard skincare and then maybe on days where I want to be extra I'll probably use that. But anyways, I just like the skincare aesthetic, I love the packaging. I like the glass bottles, all this stuff, the pinks, purples, and yellows, whatnot. Very nice. But yeah, my hair is slick back right now because I got out of bed maybe not even an hour ago. I woke up at 9 something actually, but I laid in bed for an hour because it was just so comfortable. But truth be told, there goes the washing machine. I do this every Sunday with it. But I've been feeling really under the weather this past week, if I had to be honest. But I'd say it mostly started on the weekend. I think it's because the moon's in Scorpio. I think the moon's gonna be in Scorpio like all day today, which is so not a vibe. But I also think it's this Mercury retrograde, because it's, I don't know, you guys. I don't, quite frankly, it doesn't matter to me what it is. I just feel kind of sad, actually, because I feel like there's so much going on here, because there's all these different things that I'm thinking about, and I really don't know which one is the most appropriate to begin with. Ugh, I don't like what my hair is doing. I wish it was like already dried and it was like doing cute things. But so the first thing is I'm really stressed out because I don't know if I told you guys. I don't think I told this to you guys yet, actually. But I talked to my dad and he told me that I should come fly to Kentucky for the holidays to go see everyone. And I agreed. So I'm flying out to Kentucky on the 20th of this month, and I will be returning to California the 3rd of January. So I'm going to be there for pretty much like 2 weeks. I hope my roommates don't hear that. It's literally right next to the room. I know they hear it. Anyways, I'm really stressed out because the flight there, first of all, I don't know how to do airplane tickets. I've literally never bought plane tickets in my entire life. And everyone's just like, oh, you got it. And I'm like, can someone help me? Oh my gosh, you guys are not. So infuriating, and I need to find out how to do luggage. I need to buy a suitcase, and suitcases are expensive, and I don't know where I'm gonna keep the suitcase when I'm done, but I suppose it'll be useful in the long run. But I don't know how that works. Apparently I'll have to pay for my luggage, or like go through a process. I don't know how it works. I've been on a plane, but it was when I was little, so everyone did everything for me, so I don't know what to do. I'm really stressed out about it. And I've never been on a plane alone. And then the flight over there, I couldn't find a one-way flight or a flight that's like straight there. So I think there will be a moment where I'm in Texas and I'm just gonna be chilling there for an hour. And I'm so stressed about that. And I've told everyone about that and they're not helping. They don't. I hate when people do that to me, When I help people, I do whatever I can to help them. But when people help me, they just feel, it seems like they expect me to just know. And I'm like, I'm so infuriated by that. The flight back is going to be a little bit smoother because it's going to be a one-way flight, like, it's straight there. But the flight there, I'm not excited for it. I've done worse, like drive across the country, but that doesn't make this any less stressful. Oh my gosh. And I'm so frustrated by it because I just feel like my dad wasn't really understanding how stressful this is. I'm like, you're an immigrant. I know you've been on a plane multiple times. So obviously flights are different nowadays, especially since he came here before 2001. But I don't know, you guys. I'm really stressed out about that. And then there's another thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about. I'm stressed out about seeing my family because I've changed so much being here. And I'm scared that when I go over there, it's just not gonna be what I expected it to be. I'm scared, what if they don't like me or something? And I know that's unrealistic to say, but it's still a fear. I need to put on lip gloss immediately. Okay. Oh, did I just get some on me? Whatever. Apparently you're only supposed to apply to the perimeter of your lips. Whatever. It smells like strawberries and it makes me want to eat it. I don't know why they add scented makeups. Like, I'm going to eat this. I'm going to. But you see what I mean? Doesn't that make my lips look so juicy? Like, let me take a thumbnail. No, I didn't like that. I like that. Okay, that made me feel a little bit better. So, another thing that I wanted to complain to you guys about is, so there is, I don't even know where to begin with it. So, the first one, there was this guy that I was talking to, and I met him on the Black and Yellow app. I deleted it. I think I told you guys already, but if I haven't, I deleted it, okay? But I was talking to him, right? And we were just casual, you know? And he said that in the very beginning, and he had not changed his word until this conversation came up. In the beginning, he said, yeah, I'm not looking for anything serious. So I was like, okay, you know, and at the beginning, I feel like I was a little bit attached, you know, I was, you know, kind of coming on a little bit strong, you know, I was complimenting, I was flirting, you know, I was out here, okay? And so basically, you know, we were just casual about it. And then last Sunday, we met up and we hung out. And I'm not gonna lie, you guys, he's almost a decade older than me, so that's one of the things that's kind of like, I understand. Listen, you guys, I've done older men before, and I just feel like when you are younger, doing older men is thrilling, it's exciting, it's fun, but it is not sustainable by any means, okay? You would think that older men know how to communicate, and older men also, just when they're dealing with a younger demographic, they know that they are appealing to the younger people, and they know what they are doing. They know how they are perceived. And 9 times out of 10, they use that to their advantage to exploit you, get what they want out of you without any punishment, little to no punishment, you know? And it's very frustrating, you know? I don't like doing older men. I don't like how they treat me. I don't like how they kind of look down on. There's just this feeling that they think that they can do whatever they want. And that's the impression that this guy gave me, you know? And he's a cool guy, you know? I'm not saying he had any malicious intent, nor do I think that he meant to do any of what he did on purpose. But it reached a boiling point because this past week, I forgot when it was, but it was the middle of the week, I'd say. Excuse me. He texted me and he was like, can we call, or like, can you talk right now? And I was like, I'm not really feeling it. And he said, you know, I was like, I feel like this is really confusing. I don't really know what's going on. Because he was like, is it me? You know, and I was telling him, I was like, if this is something to be perpetually casual, if it's going to be casual, and you said it was going to be casual in the beginning, you know, but I didn't want to make it seem like I was pointing fingers. So the way I expressed it was like, I was under the impression that this was going to be something casual because that was what was communicated to me in the beginning. And so he was, you know, and long story short, he told me, I don't know what I want, but I know I want you. What does that even mean? You are a decade older than me almost. Please communicate this to me more properly and more, you know what I'm saying? And I told him, you know, when someone tells me something like that, when someone says they don't know what they want, but that they want me, that is not a safe environment. That is so dangerous for me. And I feel like it just perpetually puts me in this limbo where I'm chasing and chasing and chasing. And listen, I'm a thriller of the chase. I love chasing. But there's a certain point where it is not sustainable. It's not good for you. It's not, and you know what I'm saying? It's just, if you wanted this to be something serious, commitment, vibes, you should have said that in the beginning. If in the beginning you say, my intention is to marry you, you best believe we're going until there's a ring on this finger. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when people do that. Don't change what the relationship is after we met on an app like the app that we met on. You know, you can't do that. You can't say, oh, we're going to be commitment, but then say, oh, can we just be friends, or can we just do casual? Like, no. Or can we just be casual and then you want to commit? No. I'm tired of that. I feel like it's just a lousy excuse for people to avoid important conversations and to avoid, like that commitment, that label. I'm just not doing situationships anymore. Okay, that's just me. I'm not doing situationships anymore. If you want a situationship, go find someone who is built for a situationship. Go for someone who is a situation, okay? I am not a situation. I am a human being with intentions, okay? And I've tried situationship. I can't even pronounce that word because it's so disgusting, horrible, and it was created by my generation because we don't know how to communicate and they don't know. No, I'm not doing that with y'all. I'm not doing the situationships anymore. If you want a situationship, go somewhere else. It's not. I hate it. I hate it so much. I just feel like it's an excuse for people to avoid labels, not communicate, and it's just like you guys are lazy and you guys hate your parents, but you are literally becoming your parents. Anyways. That was so difficult drinking that with lip gloss on. I have this other lip gloss. I wonder where it is. Let me go get it. I don't like this one as much as this one. So this is the MAC lip gloss. This one was expensive too. I think this one was more. I think it was like $30 or something. It's nice and it's thick, but I must say all lip glosses, leave a little bit of a tacky vibe on your lips. It leaves a little bit of like it gets sticky and like gross, but this one is like, it's thin, but it's very sheer and but it still leaves your lips looking shiny. I'd say that this one you probably have to reapply it a little bit more frequently than this one. This one, it's like I apply it once and it's on, but then it leaves that weird thing on my lips. I don't know how to describe it. It's like when glue, it's like glue. It's when glue dries a little bit. Anyways, sorry, I digress. But I don't like that. I don't like when people do that to me. So when he was telling me, and then he said, can we, like, what if I approach this more like a boyfriend kind of thing? And I was like, no, you already said what you wanted to. And now I'm get the feeling that you're just trying to change things up to, like, you know what I'm saying? I just didn't know because it's clear that he just wanted something casual and I don't want you to change that for me. I don't want you to change and, like try to fit yourself into a box for this. It's not gonna work, okay? If we're already having to make compromises this early on before I even know you intimately, it's just not gonna work. He's an Aquarius sun, Pisces moon girl. Do not get me started. I'm done. I'm not doing it. And then he texted me I asked him for space and then he texted me the other day. He was like, hey, how's it going? I'm like, what part of can I have space do you not understand? Like, was there a confusion? That was really infuriating, and that I didn't realize how much that was actually stressing me out. But another thing is, so I was gonna tell you, I told this on my video last week, but it didn't upload, like I said. But last I don't even know which day it was. I think it was December 1st or November 30th. No, I think it was December 2nd. There we go. December 2nd, that Saturday. I got invited to a friend's birthday party, and there's nothing to say about the birthday party, but so this is where the tea starts boiling. My best friend, she invited her friend. And tell me that the party, listen, we were flirting the whole time. And I'm the kind of person that flirts, but I don't know when I'm flirting. That's just who I am. And when I realized about 3/4 of the way through the night that we had been flirting, because so basically there was a cheesecake, right? There was a whole cheesecake, and it looked so good. And I was watching my sugar intake that night. Thank goodness that I didn't really drink that many liquid sugars. You know, when I drink like coffees, sodas, things like that, or if I do eat solid sugars, I call it solid sugars, but like, for example, cheesecake, cake, cupcakes, anything like that. Things that you have to chew basically. If I drink enough water and if I drink enough fluids and if I give my body enough time before bedtime, I should be fine. So I didn't break out. But every time I looked at that bloody cheesecake, he would tease me about it. He would look at me. Every time I looked at it, he would look at me full on and he would say, I know you want some, go get some. And he kept bothering me about it the whole night. And listen, I don't even tease my friends like that. No one teases me like that. I've never seen him tease anyone like that either. And I was teasing him about this. So he got a tattoo like right here. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is so like distinct. If he ever saw this video, it's game over because you guys pray with me that he doesn't see this because I know he knows that I have a YouTube channel. And if he watches one video and he finds this channel, it's game over. It's game over, I swear. I'm like nervous now. Like I know he probably won't ever see this, but if he does, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. You guys, I'm putting my life on the line right now. But that's why I kind of wanted to talk about it after the video's been going for a little bit because anyways, he got a tattoo right here, okay? Like right here on his like, what's this called? I don't know what this is called. Like, I know, is this the tricep? This is bicep, but there's this spot is called something. I don't know anything about the body, okay? I just know that this is like head, shoulder, knees, and toes, like, that's all I know. But he got tattooed right here, okay? And he had just recently got it, and he kept doing, like, he kept poking it, and then he was like scratching right here to cope with it, and I kept bothering him about it. Every time I saw him do it, I would look at him and I would like, this is what I'd be like, I would side-eye him, I would like make fun of him, or I'd be like, oh my god, stop, and those are the things that we were haunting each other about the whole night. And then after the party, I forgot what time it was, but I know it was kind of late. My friend was like, okay, I told them, I was like, I think I'm ready to go. And so I was like, I'm glad she got the vibe, but I was like, oh, like, can we go back to your place, So we went back to her place and I invited him along. He was already invited, but I wanted to like specify, I wanted to make it clear that I wanted him there. And then like, so we was there until like 2 a.m. We were just talking the whole night. And we had like a very deep conversation, and he opened up to me about a few different things, about how he feels about himself, how he feels about his life, what is going on. And we joked around the whole night. We also went to the grocery store because I was really craving. Okay, now I remember. It was around 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock because the grocery store closed at like 11. So we left the party before then because right when we got home is when I started craving it. And so I told my friends, I was like, can we go to the grocery store? Because I wanted to make cookies and cream popcorn. And basically it's like you take kettle corn and you drizzle white chocolate over it and then you put Oreo crumbs all over it. It's so good. I highly recommend it. But yeah, basically I haunted them about it and we went to the grocery store and it was late at night. Sorry, I just got a text. But we got back and it was late and we had to be quiet because the kids were asleep, her little siblings, and I was making popcorn. And you already know popcorn is not the quietest thing to make. And we were like laughing and giggling. I felt like a little kid. Truth be told, that is the first time in years that I have had that much fun with a guy, like in a platonic, playful way, not like in a, ongoing way. But I don't know, you guys. It reminded me of this time in high school where I really liked this guy. I was in love with him. I was literally in love with this man. I don't think I've ever pined after somebody as much as I've pined after this person, the one from high school. And I remember there was this night on Christmas. I think it was 2018. There was a night, or was it? No, it was 2018. There was a night that there was a gala for the school, and I just remember, I remember it so vividly. But I was untying a balloon because they were full of helium, and I was about to, unheal it and be like, "Hey guys," you know. And he walks over to me and he was like, "Helium," he just starts saying helium. And I untied a balloon for myself, I was about to, but then I gave my balloon to him. And then I untied another balloon, and then we started like joking around. And then we were untying more balloons, and we were right next to each other untying these balloons. And then they started rolling up the tarp because they laid a tarp down for the mess. And they started rolling it, and we were both running, and we were still hanging on to the balloon. So we were like basically like, so it's like a little string, and we were both holding on to it. What was that? And we're like running and laughing. And I remember I came home that night and I was so happy. I was legitimately the most fun I had. And so like, I like treasure that memory. Even though I don't think I would ever be with that person, or I don't think that we'd ever meet again, whatever. But I just know that it made me really happy, but looking back, I felt like it just kind of hurts to see how much I overexerted myself onto the situation just for it to not work and just for it to be unrequited love. And it's not that it was unrequited. I still believe to this day that he liked me, but and I guess what I'm trying to say here is that every time I would express this whole situation, it just felt like nobody was compassionate. I felt like everyone looked at me like I was just like a show or something, like I was just like an object, like being a minority is just like people already objectify you as is. But see, now my hair's doing cute things, like we love this. But I don't like the way that people handle that situation, and how when I told people about how I liked him and stuff, and people would just like not understand, they would be like, "Oh my gosh, that's so cute," and ever since then it's just made me feel like every time I like somebody or I have a crush on somebody, people just I'm too scared to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it because people have like consistently made me feel bad about it or made me feel embarrassed. And I'm hoping I'm not swallowing lip gloss. I don't know, you guys. And it's very tragic. I just don't like it. But anyways, back to the guy that I was originally talking about. He's a Leo sun, Virgo moon, and Virgo rising. I'm speechless. But anyways, oh my gosh. I literally have disclosed so much information about it. If he ever watches, he would know I'm talking about him. But I'm so stressed out. This was gonna be a long video. Anyways, so basically, I don't know how I feel, okay? Listen, the first time I ever met him, it was in August. I know it was in August because I met him at my friend's little brother's birthday party. And he was a Leo, so I know it was in August because I hadn't met them until August. The first friend I met in July, but anyways. Maybe it was in July, but it's the same thing, And I remember after I first met him, I was thinking about him a lot, because I thought he was an attractive person, I like the way he carried himself. I like I think he's an attractive person, you know, like we love this for the culture, you know, like we love anyone that gets to feast their eyes upon such a thing, such a person. And I remember my friends asked me about it. Or like I told them, I was like, I had been thinking about him for some reason, you know. And they were like, him? Really? And I remember my friend was driving us back to her place because we carpooled, so I dropped my car at her. And she was like, so why him? I was like, I don't know. I just think he's, you know, cute. I like his vibes. I think he's cool. And at that point, I just thought, you know, it was like, oh, you know, like we're just gonna be friends, you know. And I just, you know, I didn't think much of it. I didn't really, and you know, I was hyper fixating on her brother. I have boy problems. Is that bad? And so I didn't think much of it, and you know, I didn't think that I would ever have the opportunity or the pleasure of getting closer to him or knowing him on a more intimate level. And so, you know, it really threw me off when we started hanging out more, because in retrospect, maybe I'm reading too much into it, but I really do feel like he likes spending time with me, and it feels like he does. Like, he's a 12th houser too, okay, and he likes spending more time with me too, and I feel that I can tell we both really like each other's company. But he is a 12th house moon and Mars. 12th house moon and Mars, and I think his Saturn's in the 12th house too. So he has a lot of 12th house. I'm a 12th house sun and Mercury, so I just and here's why I'm confused, you guys. This is the part where I've been really hard on myself. You guys are gonna look at me and you guys are gonna be like, you're crazy, you know? But every time I really like spending time with a guy, I don't know if it's because if I genuinely like them or if it's because I like them platonically and I want to spend more time with him. Because when I was little, I don't know if I've told you guys this already, but in elementary school, I was friends with only guys. My best friends in the whole world, they were all guys. You know, like first, like all the elementary school, I had guy best friends. So we'd hang out, we'd know how to spend time together. Like I just clicked with guys more. But my brothers would always comment on my relationships with guys. You know, they'd always be like, are you gay? Or like something like that. Or they would like make fun of my relationships with guys, you know, like a lot of my relationships with guys is how my relationships with girls are now, you know, like I don't care, we'd be on the toilet, we'd be FaceTime, like we'd be calling each other while we're on the toilet and stuff like that. And I hate that my brothers made fun of me for that, because now I remember when I lived with my brothers, these grown ass men would be on the phone while they were on the toilet too. So that really irritates me, because I'm like, y'all on it too. Y'all were making fun of me, but y'all do it now. I was the trendsetter in this house, okay? And it just irritates me, because now I don't know if sorry, I can't, I'm getting texts. Anyways, also this chair's like, I'm sorry. Now I don't know if whenever I want to spend time with a guy, it's because am I in love with him, or do I want to just be friends with him, you know? Because I've separated myself from guys so much, and I've really become standoffish to them, to where I'm like, why can't I just be friends with guys, you know? But at the same time, it's so difficult to be friends with guys when you're like into guys, you know? And I'm sure girls can understand exactly what I'm talking about, because it's just kind of like something always happens, you know? Something always goes weird. I've tried being friends with guys and it never works. They always get weird about it. I remember I was just trying to be besties with this guy that I met on Tinder, and like he just, you know, and I feel like you cannot be friends with young men, okay? When they turn like 14, you cannot be friends with them until they turn like 30. And then at that point, you know, they've matured a little bit and you can just be friends with them again. and interesting enough, I think it's easier to be friends with gay guys than straight guys because I feel like, you know, we just like bond over that, you know, especially when, you know, I have a few guy friends. See, that's the thing. I have a few guy friends, so I know I'm capable of being friends with guys. But it's just the sense of like, this is so confusing because this guy that I'm trying to be friends with, you know, I'm like, okay, we're just friend vibes. I'm like, but he's like my type, you guys. Like, what do I do? Like, I don't know what to do, guys. And I know you guys are just gonna be like, the answer simple, just get to know him more, spend more time. But it's like, I don't know how he feels about me, y'all. Like, the cards be telling me that like he feels the same way, but like, are the cards lying to me? Like, what even are these? Oh, there's a bunch of them. They're like ingrown hairs, honestly. They're just like from shaving. They'll go away. There's a few over here, but they went away. Anyways, I need more lip gloss. I'm gonna put this one on because I need to use this up. And I also don't like the applicator. Why is this like this? Why can't you know what I'm saying? I might regret this. Okay. I don't regret it as much as I thought I would, but you guys, I don't know what to do about this. And we spent the day together this past Friday too, and I love spending time with you guys. I love being around him. And I'm confused, you know, like, what is going on? Like, do I love you as a best friend, or do I love you because I want to marry you, you know? And then if it's the latter, how do you feel? You know, like, what is going on? I don't know, you guys. I'm insane. And it's been really throwing me around. I've been texting my friends. My friends, like, the mutuals that I have with him, like, they don't know. You know, they literally do not know. They be talking about me around him, like, they don't know. Like, I remember, anyways, I forgot what it was. My friend, she was like, you know, like, whenever you marry your Mexican man, like, and stuff like that. And then he was right there. And I also told him about the guy that I just told you guys about, the Aquarius Sun Pisces Moon. And I was telling him about that. And my mentality is, it's better to not withhold anything from him. Or, you know, it's basically what I'm trying to say here. It's important to not act irregular around him, or to act out of character to try and conform. You know, like, not trying to be something else so that he'll like me. Because quite frankly, I feel like that's gotten me into the deep end before, and we should not do that again. No. Okay, we will be what we want to be, and if he likes what he sees, good, because that's exactly what I'm selling. You know, that advertisement is exactly what I'm selling. But yeah, I don't know, you guys, if you guys have any advice on that situation, or if you guys pull a card for me, if you guys know, if you guys are older than me, and I know you guys have seen this before, you guys are like, oh, you're just going through it, you know, it's like fine. But like, to me, I'm like going through it, okay? I have like 11 readings to do, now 12. And I knew that talking to you guys would make me feel better. So in my defense, I just think that I did one reading, and then I was like, okay, I'll film, and then I'll feel better afterwards, and then I'll do some other readings. But you guys are so patient with me, and I just wanted to say I thank you so much for that, because I know I've been taking a while sometimes. But yeah, tell me what you guys think on that and what I should do about this. Man. Let me tell you one more thing. Two more things before we move on to the next thing. The first thing, I got a reading from my girl a year ago, Christina Magic in the Moon. She on Keen.com. Y'all already know. And by the way, I know you told me to try out for Keen. I'm nervous because I I feel like charging by the minute would stress me out. I'll try it. I'll see. I'll see what happens. Or maybe I won't try it right now, but like I'll see what's going on. But anyways, that's besides the point. She gave me a reading and she predicted my ex because she was like, you know, redheaded personality, you know, he's life of the party, draws people like magnets, insecure, but you won't know that unless you get closer to him. And I most definitely did find out all of these things about him. I think it was so cool that she said redheaded personality because he literally would dye his hair red, you know, he literally would dye his hair red. And so aside from that, you know, like she described him perfectly. So I know it was him. And then she said, the guy that you eventually settle down with is more of a loner and a thinker. And you'll probably meet him a year or two out. And it's most definitely been over a year. And it's going to be 2 years next July. So, and he fits that. You know, he is a loner. He is a thinker. He's so introverted, you guys. He hates talking to people. He does not like people. He's not a people's person. He's good with them, but he's not a people's person, okay? He hates people. I wouldn't say he hates people, but he's just very introverted. Anyways. I just don't know, you guys. Like, I can't do this. I was gonna say something else, but I forgot what it was. Oh, yeah. I don't really like her brother no more because after he's exposed some of his qualities to me, or he has kind of exposed how he treats his little siblings and how he is with his oldest brother. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Sorry. We're not doing that again. Anyways, the next thing I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about is my living situation. There's nothing wrong with my living situation, but basically, I want to live in LA. I want to live in Torrance. I love Torrance. If you don't know what Torrance is, it's basically south of LA. It's near like San Pedro, SP. Is that what we call it? I don't know. San Pedro. It's next to like Carson and Hawthorne and like Inglewood. I love it there. I love it there so much. And I would literally, I want to live there. I want to move there next year. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I need to make more money. This is me telling you guys because I want you guys to set that intention with me. 2024 gonna be my year, y'all. I want it to be my year. 2023 was low-key my year, but the second half of it was kind of my year. 2024, I need it to be my year. It's gonna be my year. Like, I'm not trying to be single. I'm not trying to live in where I live now. I'm trying to live in LA, be taken, business AF, small business AF owner. You guys. I need you guys to understand. Oh, and by the way, I got this little guy too. I don't know why I make that face. This is a string of hearts, whatever. It's variegated. So cute. I forgot the name of it. Or string of hearts, you know, but I don't know what I forgot the botanical name. It grows fast. It's already put out this little. And you guys, my friend, I forgot this in her car, and she left her outside in the cold, and she's still here. She really here to stay, y'all. I don't know how this plant's still alive, basically. Anyways. I just know I need to get through. I don't need to get through this weekend. This week's gonna be a good week, I feel, because of the new moon in Sagittarius and the Mercury retrograde. I have a like. I have an alarming amount of credit card debt, I must say. You guys are gonna be like, oh! But I'm 21, okay? I'm not even surprised. I know I'll pay it off. I spent $70 at Cheesecake Factory yesterday, you guys. That was literally all the readings that I was able to sell last week. Like, plus 10. Anyways, I went to yesterday I was having the worst day of my life, and I decided to go to Cheesecake Factory and, like, you know, go to the mall and get this. I kind of want to like mess with that. I don't know. I like want to stick my finger, like stir it. Isn't that so nice? I went to Cheesecake Factory. I got this grilled steak because my dad, every time he talks to me and every time he tells me to go eat, he's like, you should get yourself a nice big steak. I'm like, but now I be getting a steak, so I'm like becoming my dad. I just don't know what's going on. But yeah. I think that's all I have to say. I think. This past week wasn't that crazy. But yeah, I hope you guys will give me some advice, or like I hope you guys will tell me what you guys think of this whole situation with this person that I really like, and you know, like this living situation and how I want to move to Torrance. Okay. Here's what I want to happen. I want to move to Torrance. I want my YouTube channel to continue to ramp up so I can make more money off of it, you know, like offer more things, you know, sell stuff and, you know, make money, and then I can have an income that will sustain me in LA or like, you know, like Torrance, and then, you know, have my own place, you know, instead of renting a room out and stuff like that. And I really want that. I don't know. I feel a lot better getting off my chest, but I'm just like down in the dumps about it, you know, because it's just, I feel like it's a lot and I don't really know what to do. But what I do know is that it's just need to stick it through for now. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say. Also, I'm trying to manifest more money, so hopefully I make like $1 billion like right now. Anyways, I'll see you later. Bye, I love you.